Ranger, this week we interviewed Ryan Moore, US Am Tour. I thought that was a really cool conversation that I think a lot of people will appreciate. What do you think?
Oh, I loved it because we talk about it later in the podcast, but I am people. I am the average golfer, I think, in the Atlanta area. So it was nice to kind of break down those walls of that misconception that I had initially as a guy who didn't know much about the US Am Tour, especially with that prestigious name and everything like that. So I had a lot of fun. He answered all my questions. It was really, I'm sold. He didn't really have to sell me anything. It was just the more information I got was the selling point.
Yeah, I think that was a big benefit. I think we got rid of some misconceptions about the Am Tour in general, about who can participate, why people should participate, and why it's fun, and for the everyman golfer. And I think one thing I get a lot of, I actually did a post recently about access to private courses. If you want to play private courses, one of the best ways is through amateur tour tournaments like this, and US Am Tour plays at some really awesome ones that we'll get into. So I think people will enjoy meeting Ryan if you haven't met Ryan before, and I think there'll be a lot of folks excited to join the Am Tour. And I think right now the US Am Tour is in Georgia or Atlanta is second place as far as membership goes. So maybe this podcast helps get us to number one. So let's head over to the interview.
Welcome to the ATL Golf's podcast.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the ATL Golf's podcast. We are on episode 9. My name's Andrew, and I've got my co-host, Joe Davis. What's up, Joe?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's episode, and one I'm pretty excited about. We got Ryan Moore, aka Rymo, from US Am Tour, joining us today. How you doing, Ryan?
Good, doing well.
Awesome. As for those watching on YouTube, you can see Ryan is on the road today, working hard. If you follow him, you know he's always grinding and making stuff happen for the tour and other stuff he's got going on. But Ryan, for those that maybe don't know you, maybe give a little bit of a background intro on yourself, and then we'll talk more about what we got going on with the US Am Tour.
So I'm Ryan Moore. I run the US Am Tour. I run the Georgia section. It's really the Atlanta section, but I'm kind of branching out and I'm trying to do the whole state of Georgia. And that's kind of what I do. I've been doing it about 15 years now. So it's a fun.
How'd that all come about, getting started with the US Am Tour?
So I had a buddy that needed help running a golf tournament in 2010. He said, "Hey, you want to come work a tournament with me at the Golf Channel Am Tour?" I was like, "What's Golf Channel Am Tour?" And I went out there and I was like, "This is awesome." So I think it was at White Columns was my first tournament I ever worked. We had 80 players out there, and I was a starter on the tee box, so I got to announce all the golfers and stuff, and I was hooked right away.
That's awesome. Are you originally from this area? What's kind of your story?
Grew up in Swanee, basically right by like Bears Best.
Yep. Love it. And have you golfed kind of your whole life, or what's kind of your golf story?
So I started when I was 14. My first round was at Sugar Hill Golf Club. I don't know if you've played there, but I have a goat ranch.
I haven't yet, but I've heard stories of, is it hole 9 that's the crazy par 5 that is, or something like that? A very hated hole.
Yeah, it's like it goes out, turns, and then goes that way. So you can kind of try to hit it over the trees. I always hit it over the trees. That's what you see me play. So swing hard and hit it. That's
so you're
exactly.
Good.
I'm about a 2 right now, probably.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, Rymo is a really, really good golfer, and I saw it firsthand on Wednesday. So it was good stuff.
We got to play Cherokee Town and Country Club, my favorite. It was awesome.
It was incredible. We'll be having a course review posted, I don't know, probably next week, I would guess, if not the week after. So, but yeah, thanks again for having me out. That was
you got it. And when are we going to take Andrew out there? That's the question. Come on, let's go.
Don't tempt Andrew with a good time.
I already told him, I was like, "You're coming next time. Let's go."
I was telling Joe earlier, I was like, I kind of tweaked my back, so I'm taking a break from golf right now. I'm almost 30.
He's 26 going on 46.
Dude, it sucks. It like really hurts. I don't know. It's something in my sciatic nerve, like really messing me up. I'm like, is this it? Like I would have done so much more with my life if I had known this was it. I feel like I fumbled my life a little bit.
The beginning of the end.
Well, whenever
Andrew,
you're
that's
ready,
what happened.
Just let me know.
I
Yeah,
will.
that's what happens with Andrew when he's playing like 6 or 7 rounds a week. Eventually, something's got to give, Andrew, and
Yeah.
the back is probably one of the first things to go. So you
Yeah.
just gotta slow it down. You gotta
That's
feel
you
out your
too, Joe. I follow
moderation.
you. You play golf 5 days a week. I see it. I see it.
No, 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 no. That's not true. Might
Joe's
be
a
posting.
dedicated father and husband.
Yeah,
Dork
no,
Club,
I might
Cherokee. I mean,
play. I might play once a week. This was a weird week. I played twice this week. That's abnormal. I'm usually a once a week Friday player. So
Hey, and you hit the
um,
gotcha.
simulator.
that's
See,
true. I do every once in a while.
this guy's
Um,
short game. I'm telling you, up and down from everywhere.
Everywhere.
I mean,
Everywhere. Dude,
you
he
could put him
saves
in a
himself
trash
all the
can.
time.
He would get up and down every
It's
time.
insane. I was just talking to him about that when we played at Heron Bay. I was like, dude, just get up and down like every single time.
I called him
it's
75 Steros.
with my game, I have no choice. Okay, I would love to just be on the green and two putt like everyone else, but that's just not my game right now. So you're good at what you practice, and frankly, I'm usually off the green or in the bunker or somewhere crazy, and you figure out a way to make it work.
That's right.
So
When you miss every green, you got to get up and down. That's kind of how it works.
that's
So yeah,
that's the way it works.
I'm
So
with you. Yeah.
well, to go back to the Am Tour, for maybe someone that hasn't heard of it or what it is, I've actually talked to people about the brand itself. In some ways, the brand does a little bit of disservice because it feels like this really epic, almost because people hear, amateur, like there's big tournaments that are really, what you have to qualify for and all sorts of stuff. And
Right.
that's
Right.
not what the US Am Tour is. I've gotten feedback from people thinking that it's this very elite, high level, almost
It's me.
professional level
I'm
type
people.
things.
Yeah, I'm people. I've seen you post this stuff, and I'm like, what exactly is this? Like, what do you mean I can play in this? I'm a 22 handicap. There's no way I can play this thing.
Well, I mean, we've always wanted to have like a big grand feel, so I think that's a
Mhm.
good thing. But you're right, we got to break it down for the normal golfers. So basically, it's a flighted competition. We have 6 flights at every tournament. So it's 0 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 12, 16 to 20. It goes up from there. So basically, you just get put with those guys. So you might play against 10 guys that are your handicap. And then guys get better, they get worse. We move them around from flight to flight, but we make it very even for all the golfers. So that's kind of our goal.
And so there's always a chance to win something, right?
Yes,
So
that's right.
what is there? So as a 20 plus handicap myself, like, is there a chance for me to win something?
Yes, yes,
are
for
the
sure.
are the prizes, like only 1 to 5 handicaps can get this prize, or only, and
Nope.
then the 0 to
So we
20
do the
handicaps
same.
get a $10 gift card.
Yeah, we do the same trophy for every flight. So we do the same gift cards for every flight. So basically, if you win, you're getting a big trophy. We're actually doing golf bags sponsored by Bridgestone Golf for Sugarloaf. So if you win the flight at Sugarloaf, you get a brand new golf bag with US Am Tour right on it. Pretty cool trophy. So, and that's one of our elevated events. But yes, anybody, you would be in the Tiger flight, so you'd play in the 20 plus handicap.
Okay,
So
Tiger flight. I
a little
like
bit,
that.
little bit of a chop fest, you might, we call it the pillow fight. You might shoot 105, you might shoot 110, but you could still win. So it's a cool deal.
Okay. So every person
Yeah.
does have like a fighting chance to win something. So there's no like
Correct.
discouraging factor of like, oh, I'm a 20 plus handicap. Why would I even sign up for this?
Correct.
No.
That's right. Anybody could play.
Eh.
You could shoot 130. Like, come on. So
Is what it is. And what's cool about that, I mean, a lot of people get into golf and they feel like they're not good enough, but a lot of times people get into golf because they like sports, they like being competitive, but usually when you're not good enough, you almost avoid the competition because you're sort of
Correct.
scared of it.
Mhm.
Your only competition is you against the ball and trying to
Yeah,
make
pretty
decent
much.
contact. Whereas, playing and speaking firsthand here, playing the tournaments gives that different feel, gives you a little bit of juice, gives you a little bit of nerves in a
Mhm.
competitive environment, but you're not out of your depth because again, you're just around players that are at your handicap as well. So it's a
Correct.
great entrance into what competitive golf kind of feels like. And the added benefit, especially for a player like you, Andrew, and other players that are in that 15, 20, 25 handicap range, it actually will make you play better in non-tournament conditions because you've already gone into an environment where you've been way more nervous and way more critical and all the
Yep.
emotions. When you go to play a normal round, you're like, oh, this is way easier.
This is easy. This
cares?
game's so easy. Yeah, it's like nothing to it. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
there's some cool added benefits I think for players that are trying to get better. Going back to prizes and awards and that sort of thing. What are all kind of the awards and opportunities for folks to win if they do win, or even if they don't win? What are kind of some of the prizes up for grabs at a typical USAM Tour tournament?
So we do the trophies that I mentioned. So normally they're like, ceramic trophies. We might do a big
Ooh,
plastic trophy. We do golf bags. We do like decanters. So all kinds of different cool trophies. I try to do different ones for every single tournament. Gift cards. So we basically put $20 per player into a prize pool. So if there's 20 players and we have $400 in the prize pool for that flight, then we pay out like $200 for the first place, like 120 for second, 80, and then like 60. So we'll pay out the top 4 spots out of the 20 guys. So sometimes we'll do Amex gift cards. Sometimes we do PGA Superstore gift cards. So there's always going to be a trophy and a gift card that go with whoever wins. So
Gotcha. And then there's also some games that you can opt into as well.
correct. So we do a $40 skins game. So we have a flight skin, we have a giant skin, and we have 2 close to the pins, one on the front, one on the back. So that the close to the pin is actually pays the most. You can win like $150 cash if you stick one, especially in the bigger tournaments. So that's
okay.
so yeah, you could win a skin, you can win a giant skin. I mean, I've had guys win $400 or $500, during a tournament.
Dang.
Yeah. So it's
For folks that
good.
maybe have never, for folks that aren't maybe as well versed in kind of tournament lingo, can you maybe give an explainer what a skin is? Some people might not know that.
So a skin is basically you make a birdie. I pay birdie. Some tours do like par or better, so you can make a par and win a skin. But on my tour, you have to make a birdie. So if you birdie a hole that nobody in your flight birdies, usually it's like a hard par 3 or something like that, then you win the skin. But there can be multiple skins, so you could have like 3 different skins in your flight. So
Nice. So
gotta
it
make
basically comes down
birdies.
to if you birdie a hole that no one else birdies, you get a skin. And what you said there
That's
was
it.
a giant skin, is that what you called it, or what was it?
Yeah, so we do the flight. So again, so 0 to 4, we call that the champ flight. So that would be your skins would be in that flight. Then we also do a giant skin against the whole field. So if there's 70 guys, they're all in, and that's where the big skins are. We call it a giant skin, and you could win $300, $400, whatever it is. So
Gotcha. Awesome.
those are harder to
So yeah,
get for sure.
of course. Sometimes you might be a random hole out eagle on a on a par 4,
Yes.
and that's what gets you the giant skin, right?
I
How do
always say an
the
eagle's gonna win a skin no matter what, usually.
how do the tournaments work? So you'll go to a designated course. Do you pay like for a tee time also on top of everything after membership? Or?
So we basically just have a registration fee.
Okay.
So it's like $150 for the tournament. So you pay that $150, that books your tee time, that gets you range balls, gets you your cart, gets everything. So once you register, basically just wait for your email to come and you show up and play golf.
Okay.
So make it super easy.
Yeah. So there for the AM Tour, there's the membership. So it's the 139, is that right? For
Yes.
the actual membership itself to get access. And then
Correct.
each tournament has a particular price point. And those vary, right? Because I mean earlier in the February y'all did an event at the Fields, and I don't know what was that?
Like 110. 110 was the entry fee.
110 with entry fee there, all the way up to, Sugarloaf, which is again going to be, what's that going to be? Probably 225 or something
That's
like that.
205. 205.
Oh, that's not bad.
$70. Yeah, it's $70 less than the guest fee if you were to just go play Sugarloaf.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not bad at all.
exactly.
For TPC Sugarloaf, that's insane. And you get to play in a
So,
tournament and win money back possibly?
Yes. Quick shout out to my sponsor, Bright Path Mortgage and Rebalance Wellness. So they sponsor the tour, so that helps me keep the cost down of the tournament. So that's why I can do it for such good pricing. So
Okay.
That's huge. Yeah, because for those that don't know, to play TPC Sugarloaf, if you get an invite from a member, you want to go play, it's going to be $275 basically to just as a
Minimum.
member, minimum. And then you can actually go as an unaccompanied guest if a member books it for you, but that's like $400
exactly.
to play
Yes,
as an
$400.
unaccompanied guest.
So
Yeah,
this you pay 205, you can win a gift card, you can win a golf bag, you can win skin. I mean, it's no brainer, right? I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of some elevated events, I know one thing we want to get into is an event that is for the first time that you guys have put together. So tell us about what we're doing next month at Macklemore.
oh, I'm super excited about this one. So I haven't stepped foot on the property yet. My regional director booked it for us. So I'm running the Friday event, and then we're doing a 2-day major. So we're going to play the Highlands on Friday, then the Keep on Saturday, and the Highlands on Friday. So the Saturday, Sunday is a 1-day major tournament, and then we have the 1-day tournament on Friday. So you can sign up for either one.
And for those who might be to understand the differences between just a typical tournament, like a localized tournament that you're running, like you said, the Friday one, versus a major, what exactly is that?
So the major is a 2-day tournament. So it's basically a cumulative score of 2 days. It's a little bit more expensive, but the prize pools are bigger. So you can win $500 for first place, up to like $750 for first place in certain majors. And it's just a bigger field. You get guys flying in from all across the country. It's just got a big feel to it.
Oh, nice. And so for those that and so there's a point system, or what's kind of the whole thing with the national sort of US Am Tour and how everything sort of filters up in leveraging the I guess how you score or whatever, how you place at the local level, and then how do majors all fit into that kind of thing?
So it's basically we do a year. So all the majors you can sign up for. You don't have to qualify for the majors. It's just first come, first serve. Like Sea Island we did in January, it's sold out like that. Pinehurst sells out like that. So it's basically just sign up in time. But we have a year-long competition for national championship, which is in Oregon this year in September. So basically each tour, they take a certain amount of guys from each tour. So if you win a couple of events, you go up in the standings. It's a little bit like the PGA Tour with that.
You get like flown out?
Nice.
Or anything?
No, it's all on. You got to just basically fly yourself out. It's a huge tournament, so we have a seniors 400 people, and then the open is 400 people. So
wow.
it's guys from all over the country. It's a 4-day national championship. It's pretty cool.
Well, it is so cool. Yeah, feels like legit and official. I mean, it is official.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And
even official for the 20 handicap, even going out.
It can
and,
be.
you know,
Yeah. How do you guys measure the handicaps? Do people have to get again?
So you don't have to. We like that you have again, but if you don't have to, you basically play 2 rounds and you get a tournament index, and then we base you off the tournament index because somebody else is keeping your score. So you can't really fudge the numbers on that, you know?
Oh, okay. So there is some self-check there.
Yeah, and I'm basically the sandbag police. That is my job. That's what I tell people. Like when I see you play, I'm like, I'm moving you. You know, so.
You're not a 20 handicap. I'd be the first one to say it. If you're in my flight and I see you're good, I'm gonna be like, Ryan, this guy. This guy, he's not a tiger, he's a champion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to Joe. Joe, you're out. You're going out.
I'm gonna be like, Joe, you're not here. You're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, so we do. I mean, you get guys that come in, they say they're 15 and they shoot like 75, and you're like, whoa, hold on a second, you know. So,
I'd be mad.
Well, speaking of which, something on social media this past week, right? Yip Strickler, for those who don't know, Yip Strickler is the guy on social media that finds out and calls people out. And actually, at a US Am Tour event over, where was it at? It was on the West Coast.
It was at Paiute in Las Vegas.
Probably Las Vegas.
I just so happened to be there. I was at the scoring table. I watched the whole thing go down. It was a rough day. I'll say that. How about that?
There's some question marks there. But you mentioned something I think people might not know about is that so in your group foursome that's going out and playing together, there's 2 carts, and so let's say I'm player A and there's B with me and then C and D. Well, I'll be in charge of keeping score for one of the players on the other cart. And so at the end, and so I'm watching him, I'm making sure that all the strokes are counted. And so there's self-policing happening, and we're in the same flight, so we're against each other. So there's zero benefit for me to help out, this guy. And so there's that self-policing that happens. And then at the end of the event, we sign off on those scorecards as a way of approving that, yes, that's what I scored. And yes, that's what you scored. And we turn those into the scoring table. So there is look, there's money on the line. There's trophies on the line. There's,
points,
bragging rights, points. Yeah. There's future opportunities. There's a good bit of self-policing and making sure that everyone's doing it the right way. Because I know that is, the concern in a lot of these types of things.
Is it USGA guidelines? Like, you go OB off the tee, you have to hit a second ball.
Correct. We play all USGA rules.
So, it's not like triple bogey max. It's like I might have a 12 on a par 3.
If you make a 12, you make a 12. So
Yeah.
So funny story. We had a lady, I'm not going to say her name, but she made a 31 at 17 at TPC Sawgrass. So in our tournament, she just couldn't get it over. It was just bloop, bloop, bloop. She just kept hitting
Oh
in the water.
gosh.
Like and the caddy talked her into like chipping it around and going up the bridge, and then she made like a 31. So yeah, I mean, you
Chipping it
make what you
around, going.
make. Yeah. The caddy's like, like yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh
Yes.
no.
So we won't say her name, but yes, it was
Oh
crazy.
man.
So yeah, and there are other tours that do a triple bogey max, and that's kind of, we don't really do that. It takes away the legitimacy a little bit. So
Yeah.
yeah.
How would you there's a handful of amateur tours sort of around Atlanta operating. What would you say makes y'all's different versus some of the other ones out there?
I would say longevity. I mean, I've got members that have been on my tour 15, 20 years. I would say the courses we go to, because we do Sea Island, Sugarloaf, Athens, Macklemore. I mean, if you look at the list, it's like none of these tours are going to where we're going. So I think the courses kind of separate, and then also the tournament feel itself, I think. So we put all that together, and I think that's what it is.
Yeah, and I would say having looked into and researched just for ATL Golf's some of the different tours, I would agree. I would say that where the USAM Tour does a good job of kind of creating some differentiation amongst out there is having that bigger feel. And going back to even the branding of it all, USAM Tour has a more prestigious feel to it. It's been around, like you said, for a long time, which I think helps. And so I think that if you're looking for the most sort of lax kind of tournament where it's sort of just it's tournament, but it's not quite as prestigious, USAM Tour might not be the first stop for you. But if you're looking for something that I think is a step up, it's not so far up where it's like, again, a 20-25 handicap is going to feel whatever, nervous, embarrassed, and all that kind of stuff. It's not to that, but as far as the pageantry and the approach and the professionalism, I think it's a good step for someone that wants to experience something that has a legitimate feel to it.
Yes,
without it being too over the top, which I think is good.
I totally agree. And there's also the friendship factor. I mean, I have so many guys that have made lifelong friends, like they get paired with Bob or John or whoever, and they end up being best buds. And now they're going on golf trips together. So it's a cool way to meet like local golfers as well.
Oh, it's gonna be sad when Bob, his handicap drops and John is still left in the Tiger fleet.
Yeah.
He's like, we can't be friends anymore, man. I'm sorry.
That's it.
I'm gonna miss my friends in the Tiger in the flight.
That's it.
That's great.
And also, I gotta give a shout out. There's certain guys like this guy named Matt Rogers. So he started in the Tiger flight 2 years ago, and now he's in the player flight. So he went from a 20 to like a 4.9. And he's gone through all the flights and just gotten better and promoted, and he's just a grinder. So there's certain guys out there that want to get better, and move up.
Definitely.
So what? It's $139 for the year, right? How many events do you guys hold every year?
Probably like 35 local.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Then, yeah, I mean, like in March, we have like 5 or 6 in March. So we do a ton, but we're one of the biggest tours in the country. So, but there's also the majors as well. So I don't know what the major list looks like right now, but it's pretty big. So
okay. And you guys are playing places like Sugarloaf, Macklemore. Are you playing any like fully private courses too?
Yeah, so our elevated series is all private clubs. So we're doing Athens Country Club, which is awesome. Cuskawilla, Sugarloaf, Iron Horse, and then there's a couple more too. So yeah, definitely we play a lot of high-end private clubs.
Okay, it's $139. Shameless plug: if you have an ATL Golf's Pass, you get $40 off. So what, $99 for the year?
Right. Yep, exactly. And actually, for a limited time, right, we're gonna actually open it up to others as well. So we talked to Ryan, I don't remember exact parameters, but what did USAM Tour agree to for a little limited time here?
So it's all the way till March 31st. So it's any golfer. So anybody listening right now, you just put ATL Golf's all in capitals, and you'll get a $40 discount. So
yeah,
anybody that
whether you have the pass or not. Yeah,
That's
whether you have the
correct.
pass or not. If you have the pass, we can work out some deals later on. Even I don't know if you'd be
Yeah.
listening to this and whatever. If you're listening to this right now and it's like July,
Yeah.
just
Listen,
reach
text
out
me
if you.
and I'll
Yeah,
get you a discount. Yeah.
yeah, we'll work it out. But for limited time, just as a way of partnering up with ATL Golfs and everything that we've been able to work out together, if you just when you're signing up for your membership, put in ATL Golfs, all one word, it will knock $40 off down to 99 bucks, so you can get in. And that renewal, by the way, is also 99 bucks. So next year, to remain on the tour, it's going to stay at that $99 as well. So that way you
Yep.
get access to all the events and
That's
yeah,
right.
experience some competitive golf. Well,
Yep.
I know going back to Macklemore real quick because I don't know if maybe people know about it, maybe they don't know about it. But I know one of the reasons we wanted to meet today was really make sure we hype up that event because I think it's as as far as Atlanta golf goes, just in the general, there's not a ton of like, gosh, you got to fly in to go to this particular course that's local here. I would say the
Yeah.
closest to that probably is Macklemore. And so, for those that might not be, well, Rimo, I'll let you put your sales hat on. Talk to people. Why should they sign up for Macklemore? And
Well, I
let
mean,
them
I would
know.
just say, from what I know, so the Keep was just rated #1 new course in Georgia, which I mean, that right there tells you everything. So that's by Golf Digest. And the Keep is basically this link style golf course that's on top of a mountain. So it's not really like anything you're ever going to play. And it just opened, I believe, about 6 months ago. So you got a brand new golf course. And then you got the Highlands, which is the one that's been there about 10 years, which has the beautiful 18th hole looking off the cliff. I mean, it's like one of the prettiest holes in Georgia. Get to play both golf courses, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I just did a quick little Google search here. So this is Google AI, so whatever. But what it's pulling up, it's saying that it's let's see, the Keep, like you said, #1 best new course of 2025 by Sports Illustrated. So all out
Oh,
of all the
sports.
new courses, out
There
of
you
all the
go.
new courses, Sports Illustrated is saying this is #1 best new course of 2025.
That's
And
pretty good.
then they debuted at number 25 on Golf Week's top 200 resort course list. And then the original Highlands course is recognized among Golf Digest top 100 courses you can play. So as
Yeah.
far as like, if you're a type of person that wants to, if you're chasing the top 100s or just really trying to play the best courses around, there's one thing going and playing it, but obviously if you can turn it into an event where you can maybe win a trophy and make some money, like you're just making that
Yes.
experience even more, I think, legendary for you. And so if you're going to do it,
Totally.
you're already going to spend a bunch of money to go play Macklemore. You might as well make it, as best as it can be, right?
You might as well compete. Yeah. Then you can beat somebody. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
But
So,
also, I will mention that it's close to selling out. So if you want to join, I think we have like 30 spots left for the Friday event. Like there's like 40 or 50 for the major. So it will sell out soon. So if you're interested, get in there.
yeah. And what's the pricing on that?
So it's 175 for the Friday event, which is the 1 day, which I believe is
Oh,
less. Again, like Sugarloaf, it's less than the
yeah.
actual cost to
I
go.
was I was just about to say I was fully expecting you to say like 250 at least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So same
175 to
thing.
play.
It's the same
Wow.
thing. We kind of got our sponsors to knock the price down a little bit for us, so that kind of helps. So 175 for Macklemore, you can't beat that. Now,
All
I
right, we
haven't
got to
looked at
talk,
the link.
Ryan. Right, we got to talk because I didn't know that. We're gonna talk about that then
Yeah,
because that might
I
be
got you. Yeah,
that
I
might get
got
me
you.
up there.
Yeah, and then the major, I believe, is 595. I want to say that's usually the price, either 595 or 695 for the 2 days. And that's like I said, you get the huge trophies and the big gift cards and all that stuff. So
And that's just that's the round, right? So I mean, I guess you don't have to stay on site technically, right? You could.
no, a lot of my guys are staying at VRBOs and kind of 20 minutes down the road. So
Yeah, yeah, because that's a pretty penny, I think, to stay up there as well. If you're trying
yeah,
to play, but keep your price point low, or
correct. Yep.
lower. So, and,
That's
and you
right.
mentioned before, I mean, the other aspect to I think the Am Tour again is cool. You have the local events, you can get access to some courses that you have never gotten to play before. But
Yeah.
again, if you're someone that chases wanting to play awesome courses, I mean, you want to play Sawgrass, like it's cheaper actually to do it through the AM
Yes.
Tour than just to
Yes.
book it yourself.
That's right. And it's January 2nd, 3rd, 2027 that you can go ahead and put that down on your calendar. So.
Yeah, yeah. And then you got CLN1 did last year. Do y'all ever do what are some of those Stream Song? Y'all ever done Stream Song before?
Stream Song a lot of times. Kiowa, the ocean course is like off the charts.
Okay.
It's unbelievable. And then Pinehurst. So we did one. It was Pinehurst number 4 and number 10. So we did that.
10 looks incredible.
I played number 10 like the week it opened. Unbelievable. Yeah. Really good.
Love it.
So yeah. So Pinehurst, yeah, I mean everywhere really up and down the East Coast, and there's a lot of West Coast majors. I don't go out there that much, but there are some really good ones out there too.
Did I see that have they done majors at like Torrey Pines before?
Torrey Pines, yep. I think Whistling Straits, they did one. Chambers Bay, we did one.
Yeah.
PGA West. Yeah.
So it's like one of those things where like I think if you're someone that obviously has the means to go out and do those types of things, I would definitely recommend like try out the local side first, right? Do some events around here.
Yes.
Sign up. And if you like the experience, which I'm fairly confident you will, if you like any type of competition, at that point, what you've done is open yourself up to giving yourself an excuse to go try out these other courses in other places. And again, most likely going to be actually cheaper in some cases than if you were going to go on your own. And
exactly.
Turn it into a buddy's trip. You know, that way you don't have to keep score for your buddies. That's done for you.
That's right.
And you know, make an experience out of it. That's
it. That's well
awesome.
said. Another cool thing is also like, there's a lot of local tours around. There's 5 in Florida. So like if you're on vacation with your family in St. Augustine and you pull up the schedule, you'd be like, boom, I'm going to go play right here. Or if you're in Orlando, okay, I'm going to go play on the Orlando tour. So you can play in the little one-day events all over the place if you travel for work and, you know, or vacation. It's a cool thing to do too.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Andrew, was there any other things, any other questions that you wanted to
no,
to get
I'm
into?
sold. I mean, especially
I love it.
Like as we talked about it, it's like I'm people. So like when I first heard about the USAM tour, I was like, oh, I can't play in that. I'm awful at golf. There's no way I could play in something like that. And then after learning that, you know, hey, if you're 20 plus handicap or you can shoot a 36 on a par 3 and still be playing in these tournaments, like the more the merrier. It sounds like.
That's it. Yeah, it's just like, come on, let's
just
have some fun.
Exclusive opportunity to play like some of these really nice courses. I think if you played like 3 or 4 tournaments, like one every quarter, basically, you'd get your money's worth. Because you have sponsors on the USAM tour that bring the price down on some of these like great golf courses.
That's correct. And I mean, you don't have to be loaded or anything. Like we have guys that scrape up and save the money to play Sugarloaf, and you know they might play one time, like you said, once a quarter, and they just want to play that Athens Country Club, and it's like, okay, well, come on, you know. So it's everybody's welcome.
It's like a Costco membership.
Exactly.
There you go. Making a little Costco run.
Boom.
And Ryan, where does the Atlanta chapter or Georgia chapter, I guess, rank as far as members go? Where are we at now?
So we're number 2 right now in the country. So I think the Bay Area has us beat. They're at 399 and we're at 378. So we're the second biggest tour in the country right now. So we would be the second tour to get to 400. So need 22 people out there to sign up.
They've got like a billion people out in California though, so we're doing pretty good.
I know, it's not fair. That's what I tell them.
Population density is insane out there.
We need population handicaps.
Yeah, we need 20 plus handicaps to sign up for this. You guys, come on. No. Let's all sign up so we can all play together.
I want to get to 400 so bad. Like that's my number 1 goal. So that's why I'm doing this podcast and trying to spread the word. So
yeah, so $99 for the year. It just starts right when you sign up, and then it renews the next year.
That's it. We got a tournament Sunday at Wolf Creek, so you could join this afternoon and sign up for next Sunday, and then there's one next Saturday, and then Sugarloaf. So yeah.
Well, Ryan, is there anything else you want to say? When is the Macklemore event?
March 27, 28, 29.
7, 28, 29. Okay, that's coming up, you guys.
Come up. You got 1 month, so get in there.
And limited spots, right? 30 left. So
I got to get Joe in there too.
Exactly. Yeah. So those will book up. Maybe we can from this podcast, guys. All right. If you like what we do here at ATL Golfs and you like our content, well, throw us a bone. Let's get us over 400, and Raimo's going to get me in the event for free. So there you go.
100%.
And me.
Oh, come on, Andrew. Yeah.
maybe.
And Andrew.
You got back problems. Yeah.
I do.
We'll work it out. We'll work it out. Maybe we'll do 50-50. 50% off for me, 50% off for Andrew. We'll work it out. We'll negotiate. We'll negotiate
and then
something.
we do a podcast from Macklemore. I mean, come on, let's go.
That'd be
There we
sick.
go. I like that. That would be sick, right? Backdrop being just looking out over Georgia off from the mountains. All right. We're
awesome.
we're cooking some stuff. We're cooking.
Joe
So,
pushes me off the
I will-
cliff. You ultra dwarf.
inside joke from last podcast.
Dude, I think I could make a compilation of all the strays I've caught on this podcast.
That's what makes you
It's
the
love,
best. You're a glue guy. You're a glue guy. Self-depreciating glue guy. Every
That's
podcast needs one, and
That's right.
Hold it
it's well
together.
appreciated.
All day.
Exactly. So.
That's it.
Well, Ryan, thanks so much for the time, man. And we'll put all of the information on how to get signed up in the show notes, and make sure that everyone can kind of know exactly what to do to get registered. If people have any questions or want to reach out to you, what's the best way of doing that?
You could send me a note on Instagram. It's Rimo7272. So just send me a message. I'll hook you up. Yeah, we'll get you all squared away.
Yep, and I'd recommend going to his personal account. There is a US Am Tour Atlanta, I think Instagram. But use your personal account a little bit more than that one. So go direct to Ryan and
go right to the
hit him up
source,
there.
man. I'm right here. So
Yeah,
come
I'll
on.
plug his
That's it.
Instagram
That's it.
right in the description and everything too.
Perfect.
Awesome.
That's where I
Sounds
post
like
all
a
my
plan.
pretty golf pictures and stuff.
Love it. Well, how about one last thing, Ryan? Is there any type of inside info, any deals you're working on right now that isn't public yet, that if someone listened all the way to the end of this podcast, they get a little extra cherry at the end there for them?
I have a lot of cherries, but one would be a major this July up at Sequoia National. So we do Maggie Valley, Sequoia National, and Laurel Ridge. So it'd be a little bit like Macklemore, where we do a 3-day deal. So that's all in the inner workings right now. So yeah.
All right.
Gotcha.
We need to start saving. I need to sign up.
Exactly. We need some more sponsors on the podcast to help us fund our US Am Tour adventures.
That's it. Y'all are coming to everything.
Love it. Well, cool. Well, that'd be awesome. I mean, I've never played Sequoia National, but I mean, it's one of those courses that if you're around this area, you play golf, then you've probably heard about it. And if you haven't, look it up because it looks unbelievable.
It's really good. Smoky Mountain Golf. Yeah, it's awesome. For sure.
Love it. Cool.
Well, I really
awesome. Well, I think thank you, man. Thanks for popping on, and drive safe to where your next location is, and we'll touch base soon.
Today. Let's book some tournaments.
Let's do it. Good luck, man.
See you, Ryan. Thank you.
All right, bye.
See you. Bye.